One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. In some ways, it is easier to be a dissident, for then one is without responsibility. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. As you encourage and support me to make more motivational videos by commenting, liking, and sharing this content, please do not hesitate to smash the subscribe button. My amazing puppy has promised to replace it. Quitting is leading to. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. It is not where you start, but how high you aim that matters for success. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. I hate race discrimination most intensely and in all its manifestations. I have fought it all during my life. I fight it now and will do so until the end of my days. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always right to do right. There is a universal respect and even admiration for those who are humble and simple by nature. I have never cared very much for personal prizes. A person does not become a freedom fighter in the hope of winning awards. I never lose. I either win or learn. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. I learned that to humiliate another person is to make him suffer an unnecessarily cruel fate. Even as a boy, I defeated my opponents without dishonoring them. Although I am a gregarious person, I love solitude even more. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Where you stand depends on where you sit. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Know your enemy and learn about his favorite sport. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. The brave man is not the one who has no fears. He is the one who triumphs over his fears. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. Men have different capacities and react differently to stress. But the stronger ones raised up the weaker ones, and both became stronger in the process. Those who conduct themselves with morality, integrity, and consistency need not fear the forces of inhumanity and cruelty. There are few misfortunes in this world that you cannot turn into a personal triumph if you have the iron will and the necessary skill. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Difficulties break some men, but make others. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's inspiring others to move beyond it. Thank you all greatly for watching. If you haven't, please go ahead and smash the subscribe button so that you will be among the first to know when I post new motivational videos from great men and women in history. Until next time, do have a wonderful day. Cheers.